This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake this vibe.
Wake your fuck ass up. That crust out you.
Well, you're probably one of the most outspoken comedians, especially black comedians, about Bill Cosby. What is your relationship with him?
Well, I think he's look, you can be tremendously talented and be benevolent. Like when Lucifer, when he was in heaven, he was God's most beautiful angel.
Mm-hmm.
You can do evil shit. Like you can fuck up in heaven, you can fuck up in Harlem. That's the way it goes. But I just think in 2009, I remember when Kiss FM was here, right?
Yeah.
I was hosting the show. And people don't know that Bill Cosby sought actively to try to get Def Jam out there. He didn't want us, like he didn't like the way you did
the Def Comedy Jam.
He didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
There was only so you could we had a run in, and I knew he didn't like me, and I didn't like him. He called in 2009, called to do an interview. I was at Kiss FM in New York. Me, Jackie Reed, Steve Wilson. Bill called to do an interview. He had a gig in Connecticut. I knew he didn't like me, so I just let them do the interview. And about 10 minutes in, he was being such a dick. You know, all that kind of shit. So I say, hey, man, what, Mr. Cosby, what do you want us to know? Who is this? This D.L. D.L. Hughley. You say nigga, and you do this, and you say, and I said, well, with all due respect, Mr. Cosby, when I cuss or I say nigga, no girl ends up with her underwear on backwards and drugs.
Wow.
And when I say nigga, when I cuss, it's on stage, not a police report. And we go back and forth, It's a true story. And he says, this is not going to air. I said, the fucking ain't, right? And I thought it would. 10 minutes later, 5 to 10 minutes later, the people from Kiss FM and MS Communication came down, took that tape, said if it airs, you'll never work on radio again. Took it from everybody. Said this better never air. And it did not.
And it did not
And
air.
I'm telling that's true shit. I swear that on my kids. So I
what
know
made-
he's powerful enough to make that up.
So now you don't think so you're telling this story now.
I told it then. I
Oh,
told
you
it on
told it on
Tom Jones.
Time-
No, this is
okay.
not. No, this is.
You told the
Oh
story.
yeah, I swear to God.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
people only hear what they want to hear.
Yeah.
Like I had known this for a long time and said it a long time ago. I remember I was on Tom Jones' show. He's the one that got me my radio show, and I was on his show, and I told him, "Don't talk about Mr. Cosby like that." They have this idea, like you can be, like I said, you can be profane, you can be profound, he's a lot of is. He's a humorist.
Yeah.
He's a benevolent. He's a humorist. He's a humanitarian, and he's a rapist. That's the way that you can be all them.
Wow.
To be all
You
those.
can be,
yeah.
man, I lived next door to a dude, man. He took me to the free clinic. He told me about life. And he also was raping his daughter the whole time and went to jail. So to me, he's always gonna be the dude who did everybody's do. How come when people do stuff like this, they're always above reproach, nobody ever believes them, and then it's always a lot of victims. And it's always and the reason it hits home to me is because my youngest daughter said something happened to her, and because it was somebody I like, I didn't believe her. And I'll never get that back. She'll never. I'm supposed to protect her, and I'll never get that back. That she told her father something, and he didn't do nothing about it because it was inconvenient. So I could see how that could play.
Right.
And there's so many everybody wandering around why women are mad and why people are like that. Look at the shit they go through.
Yeah.
Like when she said on Color Purple, a girl child ain't safe in the family for the men. That's fucking true. And it's just that he is categorically everybody you ever see is like priests who are above reproach or coaches who are above reproach.
Right.
Yeah.
Teacher.
Nobody teacher, they would never. Why are you somebody's boyfriend? I watch y'all with you. And he played on that. And to this date, he's never said he didn't do it. He got women defending it. He ain't never one time said I ain't do it. And you arguing on TV. Now I can whether this ain't hateration. I think he's one of the greatest comics that ever lived.
Yeah.
So what? You still I tell you what, by any accounts, you could say, well, those women wanted to get in the show, but I didn't want to get drugged and fucked. I wanted
to roll. All right, D.L. Hughley, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Sway in the morning. Only
On Shade 45.